Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So before we get to the topic of this video, just a couple of words about my filming schedule for the next month or two. Now, I posted on my community tab that, I'm taking a little break in the summer just because, we have been enjoying the summer. Summers here in Canada are so short, so we're trying to take full advantage of that. And so I just don't have time to film because, in addition to that, I do have a demanding full-time job. So I've been pretty busy. So I am going to try to film a few videos today, to make sure that there are at least a few videos coming out in the next month or two. But just want you to know that my schedule will be a bit sporadic. There won't be a lot of videos for sure. I might not get to all of the comments, but be assured that I do read all of them always. It's just that I don't always have an opportunity to respond to them, but I do read them and I do appreciate them. So yeah, that's how things are. Everything is good. It's just that, it's summer and I just don't have time for filming. As you can imagine, this is relatively low on my priority list. Work, family, enjoying the summer come ahead of YouTube. But like I said, I'm going to try to film a few videos today. So for this first video, I want to talk to you about sexy floral summer fragrances. Floral fragrances is not something that I talk about very often on my channel. As most of you know, I'm not a huge fan of florals, but there are some unbelievably beautiful, sexy floral fragrances that are especially amazing in the summer. I mean, really, summer and spring is when I enjoy florals the most. So that's why I decided to give you a few options of these beautiful floral scents, especially maybe if you're like me and you're not really a floral lover or you don't really get along with florals all that well, you might enjoy some of these choices. Now, when I was thinking about this video, if I just chose randomly, sort of my favorite or best floral perfumes for my collection, I think that 90% of this video would have been probably rose and peony scents because these are my two favorite floral notes. So I decided to change it a little bit. I thought about different floral notes that I enjoy, and I chose a perfume for each one of those floral notes. So that's how this video is going to go. So I'm gonna randomly choose fragrances, and coincidentally, the first one I chose is a rose-centric scent, and that is Easier from Sisley. Not very popular, not very talked about fragrance, and I can't really say, in all honesty, that I wear it super often, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous rose scent. There's something very understated, elegant, and at the same time, very alluring and sexy about it. It is a light, watery, airy type of rose that's not too punchy, not too sweet, and not too floral. There are some aldehydes in here, which I typically don't get along with, but here they just add just a touch of powderiness and I think some airiness to this fragrance. So it really has a lot of breath to it, if it makes any sense. So yeah, feminine, elegant, alluring, understated beauty. So yeah, this is my choice for a rose scent. Again, this is Easier from Sisley. Next, let's go to Orange Blossom, which once upon a time I really didn't like. I couldn't find a single fragrance with this note that I liked. And then something changed, again, my nose changed and I really, really became a fan of orange blossom. Now, I don't like every fragrance with orange blossom, but there are quite a few that I really enjoy. And the one that I decided to choose for today is Perdizione from Nobile 1942. Now, I've spoken about this one before, of course, and it does fall in the category of, Killian Love. It is quite similar, but I don't know. There is a reason why I don't have a full bottle of Killian Love and I have this one. There's something a little bit more rounded and well blended about this scent. It also lasts much better than Killian Love, but it has this really sweet, delicious orange blossom. There are other florals in here, of course. There's an interesting note of lavender, which, when I was originally thinking of buying this, really scared me because, again, lavender is not something that I enjoy. But I have to say that for me, yeah, I don't get lavender at all, like really at all. And so this is really, really beautiful, sexy orange blossom scent. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to make it my scent of the day because I haven't had a chance to wear any perfume yet. I actually prefer doing it that way before I film so that kind of my nose stays clear. But, I'm smelling this out of the bottle and I'm absolutely loving it. So let's make it my scent of the day. Okay, I think that's enough. So let's move on to the next one. Let's talk about osmanthus. And here, I don't think you will be surprised by my choice. I chose Sunshine from Amouage. In my opinion, it's probably the most beautiful osmanthus fragrance that I have tried. I think we're starting to see this flower a little bit more often in fragrances, but it's not super popular. It's not like, jasmine and rose and notes like that. So, relatively rare, let's put it this way. And to me, this osmanthus, of course, doesn't smell floral. It has, osmanthus, I think, is an interesting note. It has many different facets. It can smell floral. It can have kind of a suede touch. It can smell like apricots, which is the case here. This is definitely apricots with a little bit of sweetness, with a little bit of smokiness from white tobacco. And it's just a stunning scent. My absolute favorite from Amouage, and the only one that I have from this house up to this point. So yeah, Sunshine is a stunning representation of the note of osmanthus. Next, let's go to another one of my favorite floral notes. Of course, that is peony. I do have quite a few fragrances featuring this note, and very often in fragrances it comes together with a rose, but I wanted to choose a fragrance that wasn't rose centric, that was more specifically peony centric. And there's nothing better than In Love Again from YSL. This has been a staple in my collection for years. For the past few summers, I've worn it so much, probably more than perhaps any other fragrance. It's just a very constant choice for me. There is some that kind of come and go. You get something new, you get excited about it, you start using it, you forget about the old. But this one has been a staple for a number of years and it just doesn't get old. Is it absolutely groundbreaking? No, it is not. It's very much, a designer, mass appealing type of scent, which is what I love about it. But there is something special about it. It's a little bit musky, a little floral, a little bit sweet. I think there might be some fruits in here as well. But again, for me, all of that is kind of in the background. The star of this fragrance is peony. And I think this kind of musky peony scent can be very, very sensual and sexy on a woman. So yeah, this is absolutely beautiful, very universal scent. I think this will fit many, many occasions. Like, let's say if you want to wear something that kind of takes you from an office to an evening out, I think this one will work easily because it is appropriate for both occasions. Anyways, you can see I'm a huge fan of this fragrance. And so yeah, In Love Again from YSL is my choice of a peony fragrance. Next, let's talk about probably one of the most challenging floral notes for me, and one of the most popular floral notes, that is the note of jasmine. I really struggle with jasmine fragrances. I mean, when jasmine is, mixed and blended with lots of other things, when it's not really punching you in the face, okay, I can do that. But very often, because this is a note that I struggle with, if it is present in a fragrance, it kind of really stands out to me. And so I was shocked how much I enjoyed this fragrance that I'm going to show you, because it's very white floral, and jasmine is definitely there, and I do pick it up, and for some reason there's something about it that really, really works for me, that I really enjoy. Now, the fragrance I'm talking about is Windflowers from Creed. Again, jasmine or white floral centric fragrance, is not something that I'm gonna wear very often. It's definitely not an easy reach for me, but when I'm in a mood for florals, especially kind of more heady florals, this is the one I would reach for, and I think it is extremely sexy. This, the name here, Windflowers, is super appropriate. I'm not going into notes here. I don't remember all the notes in here. I know that it's not just jasmine. There are many other floral notes in here. There are probably some citruses in here. Musk, maybe amber, maybe some woody notes. I don't know what else. Doesn't matter. Like I said, Windflowers is a perfect name for it because I really do feel like I am standing in some kind of field full of flowers, and it's a mixture of different flowers. Like, it's white flowers, it's different kinds of, I don't know, field flowers, they're growing kind of in the wild. I don't know, don't ask me for the names, and there's really this strong wind blowing, and you're getting this kind of cold wind with whiffs of these different flowers. Like, I don't know, to me, that's the imagery that I get when I smell this fragrance. And it's a really nice, for me, it's a really nice combination of florals and sweetness and a little bit of musk and even a little bit of sweetness and a touch of powderiness. And it just put together, it works. Yeah, it really works. And I really, really enjoy this scent. Next, let's go to Ylang Ylang, which for me is kind of a hit and miss in fragrances. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. When it becomes a little bit too creamy, it doesn't work for me, but in some cases it does. And in this fragrance, it is stunning. This is Vanita Tahiti from Paris, Monte Carlo. This is floral vanilla. That's how I would classify this fragrance. There's definitely, a hefty dose of vanilla in here, but it's a very, very tropical vanilla. I mean, I know for sure Ylang Ylang is here. I think there are other tropical flowers that are here as well. I mean, could be, tiara flower, could be frangipani, maybe all of them. But Ylang Ylang is really the floral note that really stands out to me. And it's a little bit creamy, it's a little bit sweet, but it's not overdone, Again, it's done in moderation. And mixing with this sweet vanilla just makes it intoxicating and delicious and very kind of unique scent, in my opinion. I haven't encountered many that kind of smell like this, where you have this really great balance of vanilla and tropical flowers, and it creates a gorgeous, gorgeous combination. This is one of those fragrances, because of the heavy dose of vanilla, that doesn't just work in the summer for me. This is really a year-round scent. because again, there's enough sweetness and depth in here that it works in cold weather. And then there are enough floral nuances where it will work in spring and summer, and vanilla is also not overpowering. So both sides are very much balanced. So yeah, Vanita Tahiti is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance featuring the note of ylang ylang. Okay, next, let's go to another challenging note for me. Although, in the last few years, I found a few fragrances with this note that work for me, because prior to that, I couldn't find a single one that I enjoyed. And that is the note of tuberose. And this is definitely one of my all-time favorite tuberose scents. This is Mercurial Cashmere from Electimus. What a stunning, stunning tuberose. In fact, this was my scent of the day yesterday, and it was gorgeous. The tuberose that's in here is so, so pretty. It is so fluffy and soft and creamy and a little bit sweet. And there are also some sweet notes added in here that kind of balance it out. But I don't think I would call this fragrance a gourmand or a vanilla, because to me still what stands out about it is the tuberose. Definitely, this is a tuberose scent, but it's definitely softened by all these other elements. And this one also to me is not just kind of spring and summer floral scent. This can be worn all year round, in my opinion, because of the softness and sweetness of the tuberose and addition of other sweet notes. So, if there is someone out there that's not a fan of tuberose, but you're looking to discover a tuberose scent that will work for you, I would highly, highly recommend trying this one. Now, don't blind buy, I don't think this is a safe blind buy, especially for someone who doesn't get along with tuberose, but sample it. This might be your tuberose as well. Okay, and I think this is going to be the last one. And this one features a very rarely found floral note. I think, at least I haven't encountered it often at all. And that is the note of hyacinth. And the fragrance that I'm talking about is Pallas Athene from Argos. Now, this fragrance, again, I don't remember the notes, but I know that hyacinth is definitely not the only floral note. This has many different floral notes, including rose. I think there might be some spices in here, again, some sweetness, musk, I think some fruits or citruses as well. And, I've heard very different reviews on this scent. I think people pick up different things from it. I've heard this described as very much a rose scent. I've heard it described as quite powdery. And to me, the note that stands out more than anything else is hyacinth. And it's so, so refreshing and so beautiful and so sexy and so unusual and unique. Yes, there are some other florals very much in the background. For me, the funny thing is, I don't think I even pick up rose at all. If I didn't know that rose was in here, I don't think I would guess it as one of the notes in this fragrance. Like, I just get some kind of other florals in the background, sort of showcasing this hyacinth. Yes, it is a little bit powdery, very, very lightly, but overall stunning, stunning scent. Very unusual in my opinion, and that's what I love about it. So Pallas Athene from Argos. And so these are my sexy summer florals that I've chosen today. Please let me know if you enjoy floral scents and what are your favorites. Maybe you have some recommendations of new scents for me to try. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up, to subscribe, and to comment. And I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.